I'm Gary Scott, and in this video I'd like to explain why your Super Thinking and Spanish course are going to do much more than help you just learn Spanish. They'll help you clear your mind and memory, learn how to clear your mind and memory, how to accelerate your thinking, how to know Spanish, that's a side benefit almost, how to unlock and untap more knowledge and potential, how to enhance the speed, accuracy, and efficiency of your decision making, how to think and learn in a more powerful way, how to use 10-cycle music to dramatically not only improve your thinking ability, but perhaps even improve your health, how to increase your mental powers, and how to open your quantum potential. Now, this is a pretty bold statement to say that in a course of a few days you can learn all these things and become fluent in Spanish. And those of you that have been to my courses before or taken my newsletter, my e-zine, know that I don't like to say things that I can't back up, the things that aren't true. And so I'd like to spend a little time sharing why we can make such a bold statement about this course that you're about to enjoy. We began by pointing out that you can improve your quantum potential. And so I'd like to spend just a few minutes talking about quantum mechanics, because most of us grew up in a world where we believed in Newtonian physics, that we are solid people moving around through solid stuff. In recent years, however, we found that that's not necessarily true, that we live in a universe that is bizarre by Newtonian standards, a quantum universe where there's no such thing as physical stuff. Take, for example, the chair that you're sitting in. Most people look at it, including yourself, including me, and say that this chair is solid. Yet most of us know that, or believe that it's not really solid at all. That if we looked deeply enough into that chair, we'd discover that it's really composed of a whole bunch of tiny little bits of stuff spinning around one another, separated by distances that are relatively as great as the Earth to the planets and the sun and the stars. And those little bits of stuff we call molecules. And so although most of us have never seen a molecule, we believe in them. And we would even say that, and most of us would agree, that most of those molecules aren't solid. That if we look deeply enough into the molecule, we'd find that they're composed of even smaller things that are spinning around one another, separated by huge distances, and they're called atoms. And then we'd find the atoms aren't solid either. They're made out of protons and neutrons, mesons, quarks, and so forth. So our universe keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. All the stuff that is solid is created by other stuff that's even smaller, until we finally get to this quantum stage of existence where the matter starts acting in a very peculiar way if you're thinking in terms of Newtonian science. Because the matter starts shifting between being energy and being matter, back and forth. And it appears that what is making the difference, what's causing the energy to turn into matter, is our observation of the energy. Our intention, our attention is what creates it. I would like to share an article out of USA Today that I read many years ago, probably 6 or 7 years ago at least, in the money section, and it was, to me, a mindset-altering article. Because it's in USA Today, I accepted it as being true, or at least well-researched, because it's talking about big companies such as IBM and Hewlett-Packard that are investing millions of dollars into a technology. I take it to be true. Although, as you'll see as we share this, some of it seems hard to believe. This is an article about quantum computers from USA Today, and here's what it says. Atomic quantum computers will probably take the world in the next era of information technology. The QC works in qubits of processing power and has a different type of logic which works on the principle of quantum mechanics. This makes their speed immense. For example, a 40-qubit, IBM has already created up to a 3-qubit computer, processor would have all the power of today's supercomputers, but would be enormously faster. So this is not dream stuff. This is technology that's already been created and they're now just having to figure out how to make it practical for the average guy in the street like me or like you to be able to use it. The article goes on to say, a quantum computer would be 1 billion times faster than a Pentium 3 PC. So we know how old this article is, if that was the big processor of the time. Labs around the world are pushing the science hard. IBM, Hewlett-Packard, Bell Labs, UC Berkeley are just a few. Concerns that have invested heavily in the technology. Because these computers will be able to break any type of coder encryption, the CIA, Pentagon, etc., are both very nervous yet interested all at the same time. The government has set up a well-funded quantum computer lab at the Los Alamos National Laboratory. So the point here is that the techniques you're going to be using in your Super Thinking Spanish course are not airy-fairy stuff. They're not science fiction. These are ideas that have been tested, have been proven, and they're based on these quantum mechanics. The article goes on to say, according to the article, Charles Bennett, IBM's best-known quantum computer scientist, says it takes a great deal of courage to accept these things. If you do, you have to believe in a lot of other strange stuff. MIT's Neil Gershenfeld, who with